Good Wednesday morning. I tried to make up for yesterday, folks. I'm your humble host, Stephen McCollum, and you know him as 17-year NFL veteran, 3-time Super Bowl champion for your Dallas Cowboys. And folks, I've already told him, February 2027, clear your schedule. Late in that month, you're going to Royal Rumble with us, Dale. Dale Hellestree, everybody.
Steve, that might be your best good morning since 2025.
Wow, all right.
You're feeling good? Got a good night's sleep, obviously?
No, I didn't, actually. I'm actually dead tired today.
Tired?
I can't breathe with all this dust. Like, I'm having this breathing. I don't know. I feel weird.
Yeah, yesterday, driving, my eyes were like,
Yeah.
what? It was kind of weird.
Yeah,
driving.
like, watery and all of that.
Yeah.
It's just like, what is happening right now? We need some rain to clear this garbage out. So, no, Dale, I'm just naturally peppy this way, even on an off day.
Even though you're tired, you're fighting it through for the group.
I woke up at 11:30 with the biggest stomach ache on the planet.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was like, oh my God, do I need to call 911?
What did we put in our...
We had pizza last night. I don't think I've been drinking enough water.
Yeah.
Because then I was thinking about it, and I was like, we have water bottles here and everything, and I'm making fun of all these people walking around that feed my starving children with water bottles. And last night I was like, I just don't feel right. Like, I just feel but like I said, a lot of it has to do with the dust in the air and all of that. Like yesterday, it was like we were driving. Ethan did an orientation thing yesterday at the school, and we're driving there, and you could just see the dust in the air still. And I'm just like, this is why I'm struggling to breathe and all of this stuff. Sucks.
Well, I saw a thing on the news last night that from Tempe Town Lake, you couldn't see downtown Phoenix.
Well, we were driving home last night, so this was 6:30 or so. You couldn't even see like the Superstition Mountains or anything.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
And I think driving home from the studio yesterday, I think you couldn't see some of those McDowell Mountains and stuff like that. It was like, yeah, we need it to stop. We need rain to clear this garbage out.
Yes.
Will we get some is the question. It sprinkled just enough yesterday here that my windshield got dirty.
That's what it does. Dust and then a little bit of rain so that your car looks really bad.
It was like after you left yesterday. Then it was like I walked outside. I'm like, ooh, it's sprinkling a little bit. No, just enough. I had to use the windshield wiper fluid to get the stupid stuff off. So I think that's what my problem is. So yeah, no, Dale, I'm just naturally this peppy.
That is good. You're fighting through a little tiredness for all of us.
I wasn't up that long. It's just when you get woken up that way, it kind of messes with you. But yeah, this morning, I had a hard time waking up this morning. I was like, just stay in bed. Stay in bed. Not worth it. Not worth it. And I was like, you know what? It's worth it to get up. It's worth it.
Quick update. Brooke is feeling better while she's in the hospital. She's having scrambled eggs this morning.
I say she sent you her breakfast.
Yeah, she's feeling a little bit better, starting to eat a little bit and all that, which is good news.
How long did you hang out there yesterday with her? That's the question.
I went after the show for a little bit.
Yeah.
Then I left for a couple hours, came back for a little bit. And
Yeah.
You can only sit there and talk about so much stuff. And she wants the room dark.
You said it, not me.
She wants the room dark. I'm like, well, I'm going to fall asleep. And it's like when we drive long distance, it's too cold in here. The music's too loud. I'm like, well, the whole goal is for me to stay awake.
Leave her. I always tell people, like, not that you want to end up in the hospital, but man, just be babied. That's the whole point of being there. Because when you leave, that ends.
Yes.
So just be babied by everybody out there. You want something, you just hit the button.
It just
be nice.
Things like this always bring back into focus what's important to Brooke. And our conversations are 80% about how's Mila doing, our dog, rather than me.
I'm surprised. When you go home, are you FaceTiming her with the dog?
Is Mila okay? How's Mila doing? Is Mila eating? Is Mila drinking? Is Mila... Yeah, and by the way, I'm doing okay, too.
Yeah, she doesn't care about you. No, she doesn't care about you. I had a grandmother that raised champion Great Danes on my dad's side, my dad's mom. And, like, you couldn't have a conversation with her without talking about the dogs for 30 minutes before you could get to anything else.
Right.
Other than that, you weren't talking to her. If you didn't bring up dogs and talk about the dogs and and all that stuff for 30 minutes, and you couldn't even talk about it or anything else. And it was just the same thing. And it's like, hey, I just, broke my arm and blah, blah, blah. And she'd be like, oh, yeah, but the dogs. What about the dogs first? Yeah, no, so I get that. Hey, dogs are special creatures, man.
It's crazy. We as a family we play this game where you answer the question as you're the person. So Brooke's question was but my question was, what would you never say more please to? And I said my answer was kale, and everybody else tries to guess what you would say. And so we came to Brooke this one evening. What would be Brooke's last words? And I think 5 of the 7 people said, "Take care of Mila. Make sure Mila's okay." Nobody said. I said, "Hold on, am I still around or not?"
No. The answer to that is no. You're not. You're not around at all. So no, it's probably right. Probably priorities are in the right spot. Probably.
Well,
I'm not gonna lie to you, Dale. If you didn't come in one day, my first question is, "How's Mila doing?" Who's taking care of her? So I can understand that.
I mean, I hate to say it, but it's the one thing that she has way too much in common with John Holmberg.
Yeah,
about dogs. Oh,
and that's weird though, because John, it's just John. He's got to find something else to get that emotional attachment out there. Brooke's got you. So what does that say?
Well, John did have a wife.
He's got a couple.
Yeah.
A couple. Well, maybe that's the you love the dog more than me. How many times do you think that came out in a fight?
Well, I met her a few times, and she's probably just as big a dog lover as John is.
Oh, it makes me laugh out there. Dale, we got lots of news today.
Yeah, we do.
How's your ankles today, jumping off that Diamondbacks bandwagon last night?
Oh, not one bit. I mean, Erod, he had an off night and gave us 6 runs or whatever, and they'll be fine. They're going to be fine.
I saw somebody gave the Diamondbacks a B-. I want to say it was MLB.com. Gave the Diamondbacks a B- for their trade deadline. Did the Diamondbacks do something I don't know about? Well, Newt Bar isn't the deal, is it?
Well, if you're going to sit there and just say, well, they didn't get a big name, then yeah, you're going to grade it an F.
It was interesting because I mentioned this to Bruce Cooper yesterday. I said it just feels like to me, because they did the deal for Newt Bar at $5.45 or something like that, $5.50 or our time, $2.50, whatever it was. They did it 5-10 minutes before the deadline ended. And to me, it just felt like they were like, get somebody, anybody, make a trade. So we don't do anything. It just felt like it was like an add-on deal, type of thing. I was watching some Jack Summers stuff from Diamondbacks on SI yesterday, and he was like, you could have gotten guys with better stats than Newt Bar for less, and things to that effect. So I just felt like it was an add-on. So I've seen a lot of people kind of feel like I feel about the add-on, the addition. Well, it was just like a throw-in, like just get somebody, anybody. And get me somebody while I'm waiting. That type of a thing. I don't know. No, it's not enthusiastic. And then you go out and you do that last night, and then you're like, "Oh,
all right, brother.
All right, here we go." Tell Marte's error, Dale. Tori excused it after the game. Mm-hmm.
I swear you look forward to Diamondbacks losses more than you do wins.
No, it's annoying. I wish they'd win every day.
Okay.
So we don't have to talk about it.
So what if you're sitting in Los Angeles and you're a Dodger fan and your newly minted savior of the franchise goes out to pitch last night and loses?
Yeah.
Now what are you saying?
It happens.
It happens.
Where were the bats at, though, Dale?
It happens, huh?
You dominate the ace of the Padres, and then last night...
His ball was moving last night. The lighting wasn't good.
I mean, it's not all good. I mean, Scuba lost his Dodgers debut.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
This newly minted, you gave up the entire farm for him.
Yeah.
and he loses. What are you saying if you're on LA radio?
I know what you're saying there, and everything. Oh, you're saying what a waste of a pickup, garbage. Pitched him too early. It's just you can pick and choose on this stuff, Dale. You can pick and choose on it.
Oh, I know, and you do a very good job of that.
You got 2 more games against the Padres coming up here. Well, you know what the problem is? In game 1, they had the Harry Potter, the magic behind them on Harry Potter night. Last night was just Healthcare Heroes presented by Dignity Health special event night.
Well, they have some every night, don't they?
Oh yeah, it's another the same thing tonight against the Padres as well tonight. Yeah. Not every night. Yeah, not every night, but they have something. My favorite part is on the 10th against the Rockies at home here. Construction night. Oh, are these for the construction workers that aren't fixing the AC? Is this for the construction workers not fixing anything that people need fixed, but they're putting boards up there? Is that construction night coming up on the 10th? And then the 11th, Dale, I think we should go to the game against the Rockies on the 11th. Pokemon Go night. We can just walk around staring at our phones and get our Pikachus and our
you and Ethan gonna be there?
Starzards and our
front center. You get Ethan good tickets.
Ethan's we're not Pokemon people.
Oh, you're not?
No, we're not Pokemon people at all. But that's coming up, Dale. There you go. Pokemon night coming up.
So they got 2 more against the Padres, and then it's 3 against the Dodgers,
and then 3 against the Rockies. And here's your problem with the Padres, if you want to look at this, Dale. If you want me to be negative for a minute?
You just were.
You got the young guys starting now for the next 2 games. Mitch Bratz tonight, Coldrake tomorrow night. Against, like I said, coming into this series, Padres have the hottest offense in baseball. And then you stifle them in game 1. And then last night you saw why they're the hottest team in baseball on the offensive side. That first inning was just, wow. Moving guys over. Doing what you wish the Diamondbacks would do. You're watching the Padres do it again. Now you got 2 young guys going here the next 2 nights. Hold your breath, folks. Hold on to your butts.
They'll go 500. They'll go 1-1.
You think they'll go 1-1?
Yeah.
They'll split the series overall?
And will you be happy with that?
They were 8 for 22 in runners in scoring position last night.
Yeah.
22. On the other hand, nope, I'm sorry. Let me change that here. I'm just looking. Sorry.
No.
They were not 8 for 22 last night. Okay, this is interesting.
I was going to say, they can't be 8 for 22. Didn't they only score?
Yeah, I know. That was the Padres were 8 for 20. That's what made me double check it.
Okay.
On the box score, here's an interesting thing here. On the box score that I'm looking at from MajorLeagueBaseball.com, they don't list the Diamondbacks running in scoring position at all as a stat. Interesting. But they left 3 guys on base last night. Does that mean they went over? No, because they had guys at second. Or do they not report it anymore because we hone in on it? Yeah, Padres were 8 for 22 last night. They left 10 guys on base last night. Woo! It's hard to start a game with your ace on the mound when you're down 6-0 after 2 innings. It's hard to come back from that. With 16 hits on the day. Yeah, rough day for Erod. It happens. Teams do that, Dale.
That is interesting. I'm even looking at ESPN and
yeah, don't list it at all of a sudden. Did they go, stop listing runners in scoring position?
That is kind of crazy.
In front of 20,836 attendance last night.
On a gorgeous night in San Diego.
No, in Phoenix.
I'm sorry.
They were here.
Yeah.
Gorgeous night and dusty. Can't breathe Phoenix.
Well, I'm
Humidity
sure.
Phoenix.
Obviously, there is no runners in scoring position for the Diamondbacks.
And if you were 0 for 0, they would have that listed. It's like not even a stat line on the thing. Yeah. Right. By the way, 2 guys that I said need to be DFA'd got in the game last night. Ryan Thompson came into the game 1/3 of an inning. Gave up a run. Run charge. Sewald came in the game for an inning. Nothing there. He did get 1 strikeout for him. He got his ERA all the way down to 6.28, Dale.
He's on the way back,
Seawald.
Steven.
Seawald, yeah. Thompson, by the way, 4.43 ERA is what he went up to last night.
Nootbaar 0 for 2, Steve,
Yeah.
with 2 strike. Or no, at 2 bases on balls.
Yeah, 2 walks. The interesting thing about that is he only had the 2 at bats. But Nootbaar's here to take Kepler's spot for the playoffs. That's the only reason they traded for him. They needed that left-handed bat if they make the playoffs. That's the only reason they traded for him.
Well, I think he might be able to step in and replace that 218 batting average
of Kepler.
Yeah, your guy.
You sure about that? He's at 2. What's Nootbaar at? I know it's higher than 218.
Yeah.
225, 230, something like that.
Well, you're higher than 218.
I can't find it here. Oh, 231 is what it is. Yeah. Yeah, but that's the only reason he's here is to kind of take that spot moving forward. Stuff like that. Yesterday, how long, Dale? This isn't a knock. People might be like, you're just knocking somebody, but your wife has a baby. You miss that game. You get scratched. You have to go to the hospital. Your wife's having a baby. Fine. Then you go on paternity leave yesterday. How long are you on paternity leave if you're the catcher? I just completely forgot his name. Moreno. Gabby Moreno.
Well, I take it you're going to have maybe some family there. I take it that with a baseball player's salary, you probably have a nanny.
Yeah. So you get there faster, don't you?
Yeah.
You get back quicker?
Yeah. I might miss the day of and the day after, maybe, but then I'm gone.
That would be yesterday. Yeah. No, that's a legitimate question. Like, I mean, everybody has different opinions. Some guys would be like, I'm not missing it anyway, and stuff like that. Now, they put him on paternity lists, right? So you could put Nootbaar on the roster without making another corresponding move. Smart thing to do. But it just leads to my question. How long is Gabby Moreno going to be out with the paternity? Is my question. And then at what point, as a fan, do you start going, come on back, Dagger? Like, he might be back today. I don't know. But that's the other side of it. How long is she going to be in the hospital? And the baby going to be in the hospital? Like, if they get out today, then maybe you need another day to adjust at the house. Not everybody can afford nannies like you.
He's not adjusting.
It's less
She's
sleep for
adjusting.
him. Look, he had to sleep in that chair in the hospital. They're probably like the nicest hospital on the planet, too. They probably got Barca loungers in there.
Oh, I would tell you this. If you do have a choice of hospitals, the Thompson Peak Honor Health, my goodness. We kept mistakenly calling it a hotel.
Yeah.
You walk in, it's gorgeous. It's pretty brand new. The rooms are big, immaculate, great. The nurses and doctors are great.
Yeah.
Always go to Thompson Peak if you have a choice.
I'm going to be like, it's okay, my heart attack. It's right. Take me to Thompson Peak.
Yeah. Airlift me, Steve.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
Got the money.
Sure, that's an hour and a half away. Doesn't matter. Let's go. Let's do it. That's a new style with hospitals, though. They're going that route.
Yeah.
For the higher end ones. We're one day away from NFL season kicking off. Hall of Fame game. Yeah, the dream matchup. It's the matchup we've all dreamed of. Kenny Pickett versus Carson Beck. This was an interesting announcement yesterday because LaFleur wasn't talking to the media yesterday, but their team just put out that Carson Beck's the starter. Don't you announce that as a head coach? The day before, he said he needs another day to think about it, which is the stupidest thing I've ever heard of.
Yeah.
Like, really? You have no idea Carson Beck's starting that game, seriously. So he said he needed an extra day. I find it's not nothing, Dale, because you're going to say I'm sinister and I'm trying to read something. It's odd to me that the head coach didn't make that announcement. It's odd to me, isn't it?
No.
It's not.
It's a freaking preseason game, and on top of that, it's a fourth preseason game.
But Carson Beck's first start, right? And you want to see what he can do. things. I don't know. I find it weird. Coaches announce these things, man. You go in front of the media and you go, Carson Beck's going to be starting. We feel like he's ready to go in this. We were looking forward to seeing what he could do. And then you say Slovis is going to be his backup, and Slovis will get into this game and you talk about it. I'm telling you, Dale, go around the league. Coach, you don't hear about a starter without a coach announcing it. Kenny Pickett was announced by their head coach. I'm just telling you, it's a weird thing, man. I don't know what it means, Dale, but it's a weird thing that it wasn't announced by the head coach.
No wonder,
it was announced by their social media team.
No wonder why you're always so tired. You're rooting around, you're digging, you're just trying to find something to be negative about. Who cares who announced it?
Think about it. Well, it's like in baseball. Managers go out and take you out of the game.
Yeah.
It would be weird if a pitching coach went and removed you from the game. Head coaches announce starting quarterbacks. Period. End of story.
Nah,
and throughout football's history.
You're trying to make a big deal out of this.
No, I'm not. I'm saying it's weird. I'm saying there's nothing probably to it. I just find it weird. That's all I'm saying. I find it weird. You don't, obviously. Okay, who out there finds this weird along with me? Give me honest here, people. Robert says, not the first time Hazen got taken to the cleaners by the Cardinals. I'm old enough to remember the Goldie trade. I did see a lot of that online yesterday as well. Yeah. Robert said D-backs had no runners in scoring position. I know, but that's what I'm saying. I thought they got somebody on second, but I'm obviously mistaken on that. But even 0 for 0, there's usually, I thought there used to be a stat line, so obviously not. But for some reason, I'm thinking there was somebody else. This is how bored I was by the game yesterday, folks. I made up that they got somebody on second, apparently.
Well, was it just guys got to first base and then 2 home runs, and that was their 4 runs? Maybe that was it?
No, the runs were the home runs.
Right.
I know.
With the guy on first.
But that's saying nobody was on. I know nobody was on in scoring position when those home runs were hit. That I know. And then he says, he said Newbar did have 4 times. Walks aren't considered that bad. Well, I know that. But the interesting thing about that, my bigger point on the Newbar thing was, did anybody notice him in the game yesterday? That's all I'm saying.
Anybody notice Screwball?
Oh, no, the announcers last night were just like, Screwball this and Screwball that, Dodgers this, Dodgers that.
Yeah.
All they talked about.
Did any Dodger fan notice him in the game other than they threw a big up fat L?
Getting lit up out there?
Jeez.
By everything? No, they noticed it, Dale. They were mad about it, too. They're like, we did what? We traded for what?
Send him back.
I don't know, the Screwball thing cracks me. I love when you trade for somebody big and then he just lets you down right off the bat. The Cubs are a good team, though, Dale. They're a really, really, really good team. They have a chance to surprise some people in the playoffs this year when they make it there as well. So, Screwball struck out 6 batters, 2 runs over 6 innings. So it wasn't like it was terrible. Just the Dodgers did what the Diamondbacks do. They only scored 1 run. No bats yesterday.
And $400 million later.
I haven't signed him yet to that. Coming, though.
I'm just saying their payroll.
Oh, their payroll. Yeah, but they have a lot of guys that aren't hitting on that team. But when you have, when unlike the Diamondbacks where, your top of your lineup is struggling, you have to rely on the young kids. Dodgers have some all-stars not hitting this year. Mookie Betts, I'm looking at you. But then, 4 other guys, all-stars, step up. That's the difference. Dodgers play today. Dodgers Cubs today, 11:20 a.m. It's actually a fun little series last night. Fun little playoff preview, I guess I should say, coming up as well. I was looking yesterday as well, speaking of this weekend with Screwball being on this team and, of course, pitched yesterday and everything. Diamondbacks have the Dodgers coming up this weekend as well. Merrill Kelly, obviously, with the 2 young guys pitching today and tomorrow against the Padres. That means Merrill Kelly is set for Friday night in that matchup against the Dodgers. By the way, it's Merrill Kelly, I have to look it up here. Give me a second here, Gail. What's the date today?
Today is a wonderful day of August 5th.
Gosh, it's August already. What are we doing? It's August. Sasaki and Kelly on Friday night. Good matchup. Saturday, Yamamoto fought.
Oh, that's a win.
Yamamoto's been struggling. He was throwing some fat home run bombs last time he was on the mound. I was watching that fun. That fun happened there as well. Then you got for Sunday. I can't. Oh, there it is. Erod against Undecided right now.
Because they're afraid.
Is that it?
Yeah.
My point being, you want to make the playoffs. Yeah. You want to get to the playoffs. You want to advance into the playoffs. Your three best pitchers right now are pitching against the best team, one of the best teams in baseball this weekend. Mano a mano. Let's see what happens, Dale.
Oh, who?
Mano a mano. There's no
Again.
excuses this weekend. You should go in there and, as Dale says, sweep the Dodgers easily this weekend. Your three best pitchers are going. You should be able to do it. You have it in there. There's no excuses. You don't have Cole Drake pitching against the Dodgers. No. Three quality pitchers. Now, you want to get into the playoffs, you're going to need these three guys pitching at the top level.
They
You're
got
getting
some
them this weekend.
reinforcements coming by the playoffs.
I'm not saying it's hit or miss the playoffs. I'm saying it's a lining up against each other. Best of the best there against the Dodgers.
You know, I'm thinking back to when they did sweep the Dodgers last time they played them. You poo-pooed it. Okay, yeah, fine, whatever. Let's move on. Let's talk about Mercury.
Yeah, because the Dodgers were already in all-star mode. They were like, all right, for teams in the all-star game, we got to travel to Philadelphia.
Negative Nancy.
I'm just saying, Dale, you got your best guys going coming up this week.
Yeah, against the best team in baseball.
Yeah. Hey, you want to be a playoff team? You want to be a World Series contender? You better play well against these guys. You have no excuses.
Oh,
You don't have a bullpen game coming up this weekend, is what I'm getting at.
get out of here.
You got to go. What do you mean? You don't agree with me on that?
No.
So if they go and get swept by the Dodgers with the three best pitchers out there, you're not going to be like, ooh, crap.
No. Just like you didn't say, oh, crap, when the Diamondbacks swept the Dodgers.
Oh, no. I was like, Dodgers are on a downhill trend. They better go get Skubal.
No, you didn't say
That's why I
a
said they're
word
going to go
about
get
it.
Skubal. I was like, oh, Diamondbacks swept them, so now they got to
They're
go get
sitting
Skubal.
there at 9:50 on a couple of those days and go, hey, we can talk about the Diamondbacks win over the Dodgers last night? No.
Oh, no. We didn't even bring it up, I don't think. That's all what's happening around the world, Dale. A little quick insights for everybody. Tonight, Diamondbacks again. Young guys out there, Brett. On the mound. It's the Padres, hottest offensive team in baseball. Throw up the NL wildcard standings for us, if you would, Ethan, out there. And it happened. Phillies won yesterday. They've won 4 in a row, folks. They make some moves at the trade deadline, and look at this. Winning galore here. Diamondbacks slide down to the final wildcard spot. The team they're playing next 2 nights. The team right there behind them chasing them. 1 game back, the Padres. This could flip starting tonight. 8-2, the Padres are in their last 10, Dale. Diamondbacks, 5-5. Everybody talks about how, 14 whatever it was, 14-6 over the last, 20 games, 6-4 in that road trip. Ultimately, they're still 5. It cracks me up, man. Dale, I don't even know how this happens. They're 5-5 in their last 10. They just go back to a 500 level all the time, and it just makes you giggle, Dale. How does that keep happening? How does that keep happening? They just always go to 500.
They don't always go to 500, Steve. What's their record right now?
60-54 now.
That's not 500.
Well, do the math, Dale. If they lose 4 out of the 5 next games with the 2 Padres and 3 Dodgers coming up, what's their schedule record going to be then?
If, Steve, if is a huge 2-letter word.
I like the positivity of Dale. I don't understand it, but I like it as well. Yeah. Robert says lefties against the predominantly right-handed hitters for the Padres. Not a great matchup for the D-backs. The offense is what scares me for the D-backs, against the Padres, because of the Padres offense. You saw how explosive it can be last night.
Right.
Lately. Now, they had a big lull in the middle of the season. I get that, right? Where Machado was like 1 for 48 or something ridiculous. I think it was 1 for 30, but I'm exaggerating a little bit. But they've woken up, and that's the problem. Your starting pitching has to keep these guys bottled up, because otherwise we have to rely on the Diamondbacks offense to compete with them, and I'm not too sure the Diamondbacks offense, they'll be able to do it occasionally, but I'm not too sure they can do it on a consistent basis, and that's what you got to worry about. And they're 1 game back now. You at least have to split this series is what I'm thinking before the Dodgers. Obviously, you'd like to win it, but you got to at least split this series going to this Dodgers series coming up. Then you got Jake McCarthy and the Colorado Rockies coming up after that. Get ready for 500, folks. Dale, anything else you want to say about Major League Baseball?
No, I don't want to. It's just been a half hour of total negativity from you.
Bring some positivity to the conversation.
They're not a 500 team, Steve. They're right in the thick of the playoffs.
They're 5-5 in their last 10.
And anything that we ever talk about, say, hey, be in the hunt in August. And they are.
They are?
And not only in the hunt, they're being hunted.
Yeah, by the team they're
playing. Be happy with it.
Hey, when we come back here.
Yeah.
Dale, you ever want to be an offensive coordinator?
Have I ever wanted to be?
Yeah.
I have been. Not on a high level, but.
You want to do it in college football? Got an opportunity for you. And you don't have to go through the years of working your way to that point and proving yourself and making $5,000 a year to get to this level. Dale, I got an opportunity for you and you guys out there at home as well.
Ohio State's open?
They would pay attention to you. No, we'll talk about that coming up. Liv claims they have something. We'll see if that happens. Is the death of Liv premature? We'll talk about that coming up as well. And then a legend out there that Dale just laughed at. Brock Lesnar officially retires yesterday from WWE.
Not even sports.
Get into our tribute here with Brock Lesnar.
Oh, brother.
Yeah, because Liv is sport. And baseball's a sport.
Wow.
Guys eating donuts and throwing errors to Del Marte. Come on back, folks. Main event. During that break,
Steve complaining about his back.
Yeah, 17-year NFL veteran, 3-time Super Bowl champion. Dale Hellestrae asked me, did Brock Lesnar have a retirement ceremony?
Right.
I said, no, legends go away quietly, like Larry Fitzgerald. He doesn't go to a podium and start sniffling and crying like Dan Marino and John Elway.
Well, did it mean anything to him?
No, he just goes, it's time. It's time to go. I'm old. I'm beat up. Tired of whatever I got to put in my body to stay this
after
big.
You're done doing something for the majority of your life, how invested were you?
No, you're just a man.
No, how invested
You're
are
a
you?
Man,
Steve?
he's not self-absorbed. He's not like these quarterbacks that have to cry, make it about them in the spotlight. Brock's just like, I'm done. I fulfilled my dreams. Next venture. Time to move on.
Thing is he done?
This time he's done. The rumor always was SummerSlam. The WrestleMania, I'm telling you, WrestleMania, that was right when all the WWE was like, or TKO, the parent company, was like trying to cut salaries and stuff like that in WWE. So I think he threw an audible at WrestleMania to send a message like, I ain't taking less. F you guys. And I'm going to ruin your plans for SummerSlam. So he went, boom, boom, and then retired right there. And then they went, all right, we'll pay you. Just come back for 5 more months, please. And he did it. Now he's done. 10 times WWE champion, Dale. F5, home of the F5s. Dale doesn't even care. Look at this. Dale doesn't even care. He has no emotion. Oh, my gosh.
F5s and 10-time champions.
Yeah.
Nobody could challenge him?
Yeah, and he beat them all. He had tons of challengers. Beat them all. No questions asked. MMA. He was an MMA fighter before moving over to the
okay, MMA's
WWE
real.
as well.
I understand that.
That's more real than WWE. Whatever. We're gonna have so much fun at Royal Rumble next February. I'm getting you a ticket. I'll get you a ticket. I'll get your grandson a ticket. Graham Tate a ticket.
I would not put him in that.
We're gonna have. Oh my! You're afraid he's gonna have fun.
I'm not gonna put him in that arena with all those nasty people.
No, actually, the fan base is really cool and supportive, man. They're fun. You have whole families there dancing to the theme songs. Yeah, they don't swear, Dale. It's family friendly.
Oh no, they're swearing.
A little bit, very little bit. Not any more than I've shown him.
More from the fans, probably.
No,
they're tough people.
No, it's not an NFL game. It's not an NBA game. It's not a WNBA game where you have to learn about trans rights and all that stuff. We're not even talking to that level. It's fun. I've never had a bad experience as a fan in that. Just people talk to you. They're fun. They're exciting. They're excited to be there. Everybody talks to you about their experiences. It's just going to be 60,000 people, Dale, with smiles on their faces. And you guys notice something here on the program? One man doesn't like to see smiles on people's faces. Not going to name him. You just sit back, Dale, and you just look around.
Where is SummerSlam?
You mean Royal Rumble?
Royal Rumble.
State Farm Stadium where the Cardinals play.
Oh, it's here?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's why we're talking about it. I'm not going to pay for you to travel to go see it.
You wouldn't fly me somewhere?
Yeah, I'll fly you to Glendale. The Glendale Airport. You can land there. Helicopter. Ooh, helicopter.
Yeah.
Maybe we can have you land the helicopter out there.
Yeah.
Then go WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia next year. You want to do that, Riyadh? Want to do that?
Absolutely not.
Royal Rumble coming up. No Brock Lesnar, though, next year in the Royal Rumble, folks.
So who's the new guy?
Well, Femi's taking his spot, as a big dude and everything like that. But yeah, he just said that's it. Literally, he retires. He goes, that's it. I've done it long enough. Time to move on. That's an amazing retirement speech. He doesn't go on this big tour where he gets golf clubs like LeBron's doing this year. And everybody love me and tell me how great I've been for the sport. Tell me how loved I am and how much I'm going to be missed. Tell me this. Tell me that. And Brock Lesnar's just like, done. I'm old. He's 49 years old, by the way. I thought he was 48. I was off by a year. Brock Lesnar's my age. Yeah. 49 years
50
old.
years old and playing a child's game.
Oh, yeah, because football's an adult game. You're right. No children play football ever in life. Or basketball. Or hockey. Or baseball. You're right, Dale. Those aren't children's games.
When's the last 50-year-old real athlete?
Tom Brady. Is that Aaron Rodgers pushing 50 now?
42. Hey, each year after 40 counts like 5.
Yeah. And Brock Lesnar made it at 49 years old.
He
was at the height of his career on Sunday at SummerSlam.
Brock, can you walk out to the ring? Yes.
Oh, he probably.
I want money.
His body's probably just beat up beyond belief, man.
Is there drug testing in the WWE?
There is, actually. They got nailed on that for one time. But we all know that with advancements these days, there's legal substances that people take. That's the thing, to be that big at 49, folks. I'm sorry, that's not natural. You're pumping some legal stuff into that system to stay that big.
Illegal.
No, it's probably legal. Brock wouldn't do that. He wouldn't do that at all. His exact statement on the Pat McAfee show was, I'm here today to let the world know that I am retired. Saturday was a very emotional day for me. It was kind of weird. When Obafemi slammed me at WrestleMania, I said, I can't do this anymore. I think I'm done. But the business called, and I still have some fuel in the tank. The business called, and the fuel was, we're going to keep paying you large sums of money to come back. Then he said, on Saturday, for Brock Lesnar, that's it. That's it for me in the squared circle and everything else. Boom. He just probably threw down the microphone and walked off.
Squared circle.
Did I say squared circle?
Yeah. But it's
Yeah.
like, how stupid is that? A squared circle.
Yeah.
How about a circled triangle?
Yeah, because a 100-yard field isn't stupid. Who arbitrarily came up with that garbage?
Wow.
2-time All-American, 2-time Big Ten champion. He won an NCAA Division I national championship in wrestling for University of Minnesota.
Okay.
In 2000.
Legitimate.
Then he signed his pro wrestling contract after that. And, of course, did some WWE after that as well. His big move, the F5 was his big move where he, lifts you up and spins you around and slams you down. It's an amazing move, Dale.
F5. What do the 5 F's stand for?
It's the
freewheeling.
It's the
farce.
It's the highest level of a tornado. Most devastating. I almost said hurricane, but it is a tornado. It's called on that. His big thing was when he beat The Rock back in 2002. It's his second year on the roster for WWE there as well. That was his first of his 10 WWE World Championship belts. He beat The Rock. The Rock, Dale. And the biggest thing, his nickname is the Beast Incarnate. Yeah. Ethan can't even pronounce it.
No.
On that stuff, yeah. He won 2 Royal Rumbles in 2003 and then 2022 as well. Won the King of the Ring tournament in 2002. Even won a ladder match there, the Money in the Bank back in 2019. He climbed a ladder, Dale, to get to the top and take that Money in the Bank case there as well. Yeah. He even ended The Undertaker's 21-0 streak in WrestleMania matches. Brock Lesnar did that, Dale.
You're spending more time.
He went on. He went and played. Left the WWE early in his career. I want to say 2003, 2004 timeframe for the Minnesota Vikings. He appeared in several preseason games, of course, and was released shortly after that.
I wonder why that is, Steve. They're not bad enough to play the sport of football.
He was like, if I'm going to play a scripted sport, I'm going to go where I'm going to have some fun playing a scripted sport. What he said. Yeah.
You're just like walking right into it.
He did mixed martial arts there. He won UFC heavyweight championship in his 4th bout. Beat Randy Couture, of all people, that legend, back in 2008. This isn't somebody that's just like, oh, he sucks. He's talented, man. Talented. God bless you, Brock Lesnar.
Was that a German salute?
That was the left one. Did I do it right? I do
there
right.
You go.
Cameras are backwards. I get confused. Brock Lesnar retires at age 49, Dale.
Spent 20 minutes on a fake sport legend.
All right, well, let's go to another fake sport. Live golf.
I thought you were going to move right on to Larry Fitzgerald and
in his fake sport that he played?
A compilation of 20 minutes of him.
How fake is the NFL, Dale?
How fake was that? How fake was that catch the Super Bowl running right towards Steve like he was going to jump into your arm?
That was the other side of the field, but he was running right towards us, yeah. How fake is the NFL? Larry Fitzgerald is second in receiving yards with Max Hall, Skelton, all these quarterbacks that you go, who? Throwing to him. Scripted as can be, Dale.
Imagine, seriously, imagine if He'd had Warner, Carson Palmer as his two quarterbacks his whole career.
Or Steve Young and, Jerry Rice. I'm not Jerry Rice. Steve Young and
Joe Montana.
Joe Montana. Oh, my God. I saw Joe Montana a week ago or so, a video of him. Oof. Football has not been kind to him. He's always been in shape and everything. He can barely walk now. He was walking very, very. I don't know if he had a recent surgery or whatever, but I was even like, ooh.
Well, he's got to be, what, 70?
He's got to be almost pushing 80, isn't he?
No. I mean, he was playing while I was playing.
Yeah, but Notre Dame, he had those 4 years in Notre Dame, he couldn't leave early.
I think 81 was when he was drafted. How old is he?
81?
I was drafted in 85.
Yeah, so he's 4 years older than you, roughly.
I think.
Oh, he's only 70 years old. 1956. He's always been one to be in shape, even after his pro career and everything. And I saw a video of him walking, and I was like, oh, no, not Montana. Not Joe. Maybe he got some body injuries when he was throwing his jersey down on the coach's desk to get Rudy to play in that movie. My favorite part about Joe Montana, for those of you too young to know about Joe Montana, I still think he's probably the best quarterback to ever play the game. Now, obviously, Tom Brady has more Super Bowls and those records there. But in terms of pure quarterback, to me, Joe Montana is that guy still. Because of talent, what he could do on the field, that type of stuff was just amazing back then with that offense and what they did and everything. But one of my favorite things about Joe Montana is that movie Rudy came out. And because he played on Notre Dame at that time. And he just came out and was like, that never happened. That never happened. This is stupid. That never happened. We never did that. Dumb. He just calls out the whole movie as stupid and fake.
Well, I mean, if they make it like it's real life, it's probably not worth watching.
It'd be boring.
Yeah.
It was very dramatic with all the players walk in and go, Rudy could have my jersey, and then you're an All-American. You're an All-American lineman. How dare you do this? And the next player does it. It's more dramatic that way. But I guess it didn't happen that way. But that's one thing I love about Joe Montana. He's actually annoyed by the story of Rudy. Everybody else was like, oh, it's such a great story. And Joe Montana's like, that kid was just a thorn in my side. He didn't say that, but you could just tell that there's like an annoyance with how much press he gets and all that stuff from his Notre Dame games and stuff like that. But I don't know. I got sad, Dale.
Yeah, well,
I saw him walking.
He's only about 6 foot tall, I think.
He's a smaller guy. Yeah, he's not. Well, that's what made him so great. In my opinion, that's what made him so great. Not a prototypical. The way he threw that ball to the back of the end zone for Clark to catch. The way he handed it off to Roger Craig. The way he threw it to Jerry Rice and the other receivers out there. That's the thing. He wasn't a big, imposing quarterback. He wasn't Marino, who's 6'6" and prototypical quarterback size and stuff. He wasn't Troy. Just an undersized guy with that West Coast offense. But I got sad, man, watching it. It's not Joe. Joe can't get old, can he? Joe can't get old, Dale. Hey, in all seriousness here, Live Golf might be who wants to lose a ton of money on Live Golf? Now's your chance to lose your money.
Next man, stand up.
Apparently, there's an outside investor that is going to keep the Live circuit alive beyond this season, according to the Live CEO, Scott O'Neill, out there. He made the announcement this morning over at Bedminster, New Jersey. That's the site of this week's tournament coming up. It tees off on Thursday, tomorrow, for those of you that didn't know. Now, what I'm always skeptical of, they didn't identify the investor. Here's my question, Dale. Is the investor's name Trump? Is it one of the Trumps? Because they're tied in with Live. Live does tournaments on a bunch of Trump properties and stuff. Yeah. And I'm not saying president. It could be one of his kids or something to that effect, right? But he didn't identify the investor or how much money will be injected into the league either as well. So Live Golf says it hopes to finalize terms in the coming weeks and close the transaction in September. Coming up here. What I find this is interesting, they came out with this announcement. This is after DeChambeau had a players-only meeting the other day on what they're going to do as players if Live Golf closes and stuff to that effect.
Right.
Coming up here. And now they announce an investor. I find that fascinating that happened. Could this be a Mario Lemieux situation in hockey? If you don't know that situation, he was owed a crap ton of money by the Pittsburgh Penguins when he was playing in his career.
Okay.
And they were filing for bankruptcy, which means his contract would be void and he wouldn't get any of that money. So he put an investment team together and he bought the Pittsburgh Penguins so he could continue to get paid.
Okay.
Could we have a players-only meeting in Live Golf, and now an investor has signed up out of nowhere a couple days later? Could we have that type of a scenario here for Live Golf? I throw you away, Dale. I mean, I was reading DeChambeau alone, his $250 million contract, he still owed like $150 million of that. So they didn't get that money up front. He's not alone. A lot of these big-name guys are still owed tens of thousands of dollars and stuff like that. And here's the deal. Liv was seeking $250 to $300 million to keep the league alive for next year.
Yep.
And everything.
Well, and it's interesting because the PIF reportedly spent over $5 billion for the last 5 years.
Yeah, basically $1 billion a year.
So basically, they're looking for a quarter of the funding that
they were overspending. They were just like, oh, flags. Get the most expensive flags you can get because we have the money. Yeah, they overspent because they had the money there. Liv did. They're going to have to obviously pare that back and stuff like that. So, but I don't know. I find it interesting on that thing. Like I said, I read between the lines and stuff like that. You know,
you love to read between the lines.
DeChambeau and players only meeting at Bedminster yesterday. Today, we have an investor, folks.
But what are they going to do?
You could turn your $150 million you're owed into an equity deal. Maybe. Hey, instead of paying me this money, we'll invest it into the company, and I have an equity deal with you to keep it alive. You don't pay me out on it, but now I'm an owner. Now I'm an investor.
Huh.
You do something like that.
I'm just saying you go from, basically what you're going is from spending $1 million a year to $250,000.
Yeah.
So is that less tournaments, less prize money?
They say they're only going to pay, well, the prize money would be the big thing cut, right? You would imagine. But they said next year they plan to play 10 events in 2027, including 5 team majors at international sites. Here's what you do is you stop traveling internationally because that's very expensive.
Right.
Like next year, they want to go to Australia, South Africa, England, Hong Kong, and Mexico, which they played in Mexico and stuff like that. And then they're going to have 5 team signature events in the United States on top of it. You'll spend less playing events in the United States than you will in South Africa and Hong Kong and those places.
Right.
Remember Mexico? Mexico was the course where the grass was all, spotty and dead in areas, and all the players were complaining about it and stuff like that. So, so I don't know. I'm just skeptical on that news that they have an investor. That's all I'm saying. All I'm throwing out there. What a coincidence after a players-only meeting yesterday. Dale, I know you poo-poo my thoughts all the time here.
Well, your negative thoughts.
Is that a positive one?
That's a realistic one. Yeah, I don't understand. Again, if you're going from spending $1 billion a year to $250 million a year,
very hard to do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's easy to go from $250 million to $1 billion.
We got to keep in mind, like they don't have sponsors. Like PGA Tour makes a lot of money off of Timex and Buick and all that. They make a ton of money on those.
That's why you watch so many damn commercials.
Yes, and stuff like that. So the Liv doesn't have that. Their sponsors, they have sponsors, but they're not at those levels and stuff to that effect. But then also they don't get the people. PGA Tour, if you don't know, most tournaments are capped for how many people can enter the grounds.
Right.
But there's reasons for that. It's because they make enough money off of that to do it. Live Golf doesn't cap them, and they can't get people to show up and spend the money for the tickets and things like that. They give a lot of tickets away. for a lot of their tournaments and stuff like that. So, it's fascinating. But I can tell you this, like, one of the things I always found funny, like when I left Sherwin-Williams, right? I had an expense account, I had all this stuff. And you leave Sherwin-Williams and you're used to, the finer thing. You're used to fancy restaurants at night and for lunch. And, I could buy this. Just put on my expense report, whatever.
Except for that guy that worked for you that always ordered an expensive lunch.
Stuff, yeah. I lost that one.
What's his name?
Brian. Look at you, Brian. He lives I'll even go a little farther. He lives in Prescott Valley now.
Really?
Talking about you, Brian.
Hey, I got lunch today. All right, give me the filet mignon. It
was always like Olive Garden. It was always like the shrimp scampi or something. And I'd look at the price and be like, really? Really? Is it? Do you eat that normally? He goes, no. I normally just get the cheap salad, the cheap pasta. But no, so like you'd leave that, and then I had a couple other people that left it, and then they came and worked for my investment company and stuff like that. And the hardest thing to do would be like, guys, you can't be going out and spending that kind of money for lunch,
right?
Because you're just used to doing it. Oh, the company will pay for it. No, we don't have billions of dollars like the Sherwin had, man. This company doesn't have that kind of revenue. So my point on this story is going from $1 billion, like you said, a year to $250 million. It's hard to cut back at that level. Everybody's trained to just do that other stuff, and it's hard to pull that in and rein that in, man. It'll be interesting to see there as well. Ann says, I work in a hangar with a helicopter company in Scottsdale. I can talk about pricing to help Dale get to Royal Rumble.
That would be interesting. I wonder how much it costs to rent a helicopter.
So now this was 30 years ago, so it's probably not pricing. One time NASCAR was here in town, and I was in college and I worked at a hotel. I worked front office and I worked concierge in a fancy hotel. That was my college job. And you would get things as a concierge because people wanted to wine and dine you. So I've been to restaurants and hot air balloon rides and stuff for free because they want you to experience it so you could sell it to out-of-towners that come in, that type of stuff. Hey, I want to do this. So I had an opportunity one time, Dale, I've done helicopter rides in Hawaii and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I had an opportunity to do that. Literally I literally went to Sky Harbor Airport, into the executive terminal, hopped in a helicopter. They went and they dropped me off on the grounds. We got off the helicopter, walked into NASCAR. No cars, no parking, no nothing. It was fantastic. And back then, the going rate for that, because it was NASCAR weekend and with all the rules and regulations. Now, this was before 9/11, so I don't know if the rules have changed. But the price on it was going to be like $1,000 if I booked it myself, a person. But keep in mind that NASCAR is a big event,
right?
And there's people that do that regularly, where they land at Sky Harbor, hop on a helicopter instead of renting a car or getting a ride out there. They'll just hop on a helicopter, fly out there. Helicopter picks you up afterwards, takes you back to the airport, and you fly off. It happens. Waste management, it happens. Stuff like that, it happens all the time. And stuff. I want to say it was $800 or $1,000 per person on a busy weekend like that. Is what it would have cost.
It's lunch.
No, I'm not saying it's not worth it. Dale, you and me on that thing though, weight limit. I remember last time I was in Hawaii, we took a helicopter tour and they made me buy 2 seats because of the weight. I pushed it over the weight, and that was back when I was in shape, folks. Yeah, they couldn't sell the extra seat because the weight was at the limit, so I had to buy 2.
You throw fit?
No, I loved it. I had an extra seat in there. It was beautiful. We weren't all crowded in there. Otherwise, we would have been crowded. No, I was in shape. I was like, that's right. I was all flexing. I was like, that's right. Extra seat. No problem.
Extra money. Just throw it on the Amex.
That trip was only like $100 and something. It was like an hour-long flight along the coastline of the islands and all that. That one wasn't as expensive. It was $80 or $100 per person. It wasn't as bad. But like I said, that's more of a touristy thing. That's not go around. Ethan says, Brock back to MMA. Not at 49 years old, he ain't doing that. He also says the mayor of Suplex City. Yeah. Look at that.
When you talk about weights and planes.
Look at that. We can get a hookup for helicopter rides with Ann. Look at that.
I kind of like that.
I know, sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you there. I was just thinking about it going.
1981, my freshman year at SMU. Stop me if I've told you this story. Have I told you the story?
I don't know.
Flying into Fayetteville.
Hold on 1 second. Whether Dale's told it, no, you have not. I do not know a Fayetteville story. But Dale, you're gonna tell us this at the start of the second hour.
Time flies when you're listening to Steve.
Let's get into this Dale's travel stories here into Fayetteville. Is that Arkansas?
That's Arkansas.
Coming up next, folks, the main event.